Kalispera Siolus. Welcome back to Tom Plays Civ 6 for Absolute Beginners. We're back with the Greeks, and we're stuck on a continent with a couple of very militaristic neighbours who are probably always going to hate us. Fairly sure somewhere out there we have Saladin, who is obsessed with his own religion, so he's probably also always going to hate us because we don't follow his religion. So yeah, fantastic. It's all going really well. Right, so what I'm thinking is we've made a couple of missionaries of our own. We've promised Cleopatra that we're not going to try to convert her cities. I might send our missionaries down to Kumasi, because it's the only place that isn't going to convert anyway. Oh, brilliant. Builders got there successfully. So I'm hoping that we can make an encampment. In fact, we're on our way to making an encampment in Ephesus. So then we're going to start them on a great journey of building many range units. Basically building an army for us. I think we should maybe build at least one boat here as well, because we could do with exploring a little. It'd be nice to see if we could find someone who could actually make a decent ally. Like someone who's interested in things like culture and science rather than just killing people. Right, let's fortify you. Okay, I don't know if there's anything much else for them to do. Can I get them safely to this area here? I don't think anyone's in a position to take our builder. You really shouldn't have builders wandering around unescorted by soldiers, but I just didn't have any handy. Stockholm is at least friendly if we're not the suzerain of them. Okay, brilliant. Infuse to try recorded history, apparently. Still reasonably happy with what we've got, I think. Campus district adjacency, benefits. +1 production in all cities is still a pretty good option. On the whole, right, we've got a boost towards machinery because we have 3 archers. That's actually going to give us crossbow men, which is the next level up from archers. So I'm hoping that will improve our military again. Right, military training. We actually will get a boost from having built an encampment. So we should probably go for civil service instead, even though it's only going to save us like 1 turn. Still, that's 1 turn that's worth saving, and I'm not sure how long it'll take to grow to a city to 10 population. We've only got 1 more to go in Athens, but nonetheless it may still take a bit of time. Right, so where should our warriors be next then? We do want to kill some barbarians. The question is, can our warriors kill barbarians on their own? And I think the answer is probably not. But nonetheless, we have a spare archer now to accompany this settler. Guessing you've been blocked from your original destination. Not a huge problem. Right, Corinth. Okay, you've presumably just finished something. do wonder if you should be building a settler, to be honest. But maybe we should even be considering having that booster settlers. Right, settler will take 44 turns. What are our other options? We do need a granary. We do need all the acropolises we can pull together. Maybe we should build an acropolis actually. Or maybe we should build a builder. Because there's there are many improvements that could be improved around here. And we really ought to make a start on them. Right, so this machinery here. Alright, they're not actually ready. So I guess I'll move you there. I'm basically hoping everything northwest of here is going to become Athenist anyway. I mean, most of them have been. There's just a couple of Nordic cities that haven't, but the capital's still Athenist. So let's just get Kumasi. Roads. Right, they've actually had a decent amount of builders as well. Can't build an acropolis yet. So what options do we actually have? They're recommending a campus or a holy site. To be honest, given that we're facing on to the Norwegians, I'm wondering if ancient walls might be a better option. It's worth bearing in mind that as well as the military benefits, having walled cities I think does help for tourism as well, which is a big part of the whole cultural victory. Kumasi is particularly hard to convert because they're quite big. But that's a good thing because it means it will be quite difficult for Cleopatra to convert them as well. And I'm hoping it will increase the religious pressure on her. Machinery. So it's now going to take much longer to build our ranged units. Right, brilliant. Well, we should be able to get this soon enough. 3 mines. Surprised we haven't got that already. Let's try cartography, because even if we build 1 harbour, we're not going to build 2. Certainly not for a good long time. Okay, so what else can you build? There isn't a huge amount. I don't think we need an aqueduct. We're on the river, so I might go with a builder for you as well. We could build another settler, but that will reduce the size of a city, which I'm reluctant to do. Okay, so they are Athenists now, but I'm actually going to continue converting them. Just really push the advantage there. Past you here. Help Ephesus a bit. In fact, I might send them a full-on builder because I don't want them making their own. I want them working on creating new builders, new military units. Military training has advanced considerably. Yep, because we now have an encampment, which is great. So Ephesus, I primarily want you to carry on with the encampment. So we want barracks. So we've got a choice here between barracks and stable. The stable is more for cavalry, whereas the barracks will do melee and ranged land units. We're mostly, because we're defensive, doing ranged units. I'm trying to have at least 1 in every city. So we want nice experienced range units if we can. There we go. So that will hopefully keep them Athenist for a good long time. I see. The Egyptians are trying to settle near us. We've got an option to make a change, retainers and meritocracy. Each city receives +1 culture for each specialty district it constructs. Right, and now that is good. In fact, that is probably more useful to us than +1 production. Okay, now what are we going to do about Cleopatra? She's trying to settle in our land. Right, I don't think we can keep her out completely. She can probably still get around us. But, at least we made it slightly more difficult for her. Okay, so we have the boost to military training now. We need markets for guilds, and we need more temples. Haven't really kept up on the building as much as I would have liked, because we've been trying to spread out with settlers. But I'm thinking I may have changed my mind about building settlers in Athens, because we clearly need to get a move on with settling this land. So let's build one anyway. Oh, brilliant. So we can upgrade you to a swordsman. That's good. You'll be... He is demanding 5 gold again. Nope. Sorry, not giving you it. I'm deeply hoping that we are just going to improve our military as soon as we can. Right, we've instantly got military training. Don't really want to change any of these. I want to keep influence. Part of the plan for keeping him at bay. Oh, brilliant. Got boost to mercenaries, cool. Is to be suzerain of the 3 cities surrounding us, so that if anyone does attack us, they will hopefully join in. Yeah, you see Cleopatra's going to come through here, no problem. We're going to have to put up with her in the middle of our lands. Never mind. Right, so we're not suzerain of Stockholm. In fact, Cleopatra is. So let's put an envoy there. Still not suzerain of Stockholm. That's a problem. It can't be helped. We're just going to have to keep trying. I like this land here as well. Quite lush. Still, what can we do? Realistically, have the money to buy everything up. Unfortunately, no, maybe Stockholm will get in a way. Can always hope. Ooh. Oh, well, this is promising. Okay, that's not so promising. I didn't actually realise my explorer was there. That's kind of embarrassing. Okay, these are all army things, I think. Oh, there's this one. Trade Confederation. Probably not worth it. In fact, we want to make sure we have a specialty district in every city. Okay, so 2 caravels. Probably not going to get that. 2 markets, also not likely to get anytime soon. And Divine Right, also not that likely to get. I wonder if a Merchant Republic might be worth having. Might be a better option even than our Classical Republic. Have to compare them. Okay, we're still suzerain of Command, so let's try and put one into Lisbon, because the 3 should give us an extra bonus, I think. Plus 4 gold in every commercial district. We don't have any commercial hubs. Yeah, we really should boost Kamasi. Alright, I could try and convert another city if I wanted. I'm not going to worry about it though. Back in mine. Okay, she wants open borders, and she also wants iron. I'm not giving her either of those. I have a general policy that military resources are only for allies, and she is not an ally. And we have barbarians. Swordsmen nearby. Try and threaten them as much as we can. Okay. Not particularly concerned about which city's improvements I improve right now. I just want to make as many improvements as I can because we're losing bonuses that we don't need to lose. And potentially trade opportunities as well. Okay, this is frustrating. I'm going to need a builder back up there now. Do a repair. Never mind, we can make a tobacco plantation first, and then we'll just have to send them back up. It's nice that Elizabeth's attacking the barbarians, although it might make it easier for other people to settle as well. Let's try and get a settler here. Ooh, great person. Great person. We've got another great scientist. So, at a campus will give us free random technologies. Perfect. Very much appreciated indeed. Gunpowder, mass production, and banking. So these are boosts. They haven't given us the technologies, but they've given us the boosts that we can get through fulfilling certain conditions. And some technologies and cultures you can't, I think technologies particularly, you can't get a boost any other way. You're literally looking at just, you need to either spy on someone or get it through an alliance if you got the DLC, which we're not using, or alternatively do what we just did there and get a great scientist to give us a boost. Now I'm going to send them all the way back up there just to repair that. So you keep telling me. Yeah, I seriously will build a boat once his settler's done. Got a few settlers coming out. Shiver swordsman might come in useful. We can just get them settled before Cleopatra and Harold gets through here and start settling the place themselves. Faith to purchase a missionary, we do, but I don't actually need one right now. All the cities I want to be Athenist are. So it's spreading here. Harold's gone there, that's good, that's fine. I do like to keep all our cities together if I can. There are actually good reasons to do so with some of the DLCs, but with this one it's not such an issue. Okay. Well, isn't this interesting? I'm thinking let's send you there. So you're nicely in the middle. I do feel like we're going to encroach on Athens a little, but I'm hoping Athens will have the advantage and it just makes sure there's no unused land. I feel like there's lots of room for a city there. Okay, so if we want to try and keep Harold a little quieter, maybe we can build a boat just for exploration. So what do we have? A galley? This can take a lot of building though, isn't it? Not you so's anything by the look of it. They just don't have a lot of... Okay, so that's a melee navy. Quadrireme is ranged. I might go for ranged. Yeah, let's build a quadrireme. It'll take them forever. Might send the builder down if I can, which may speed them up a little. Oh, I'm still a little more concerned about Ephesus. We've lost our suzerain status on Lisbon. That is not good. I don't know if we're suzerain of any of them now. Still, I'm hoping envoys might be something we get more of through culture anyway. Right, wonderful. So, got a trader. Where should we trade? do Kumasi. A lot of culture in Kumasi. Seems sensible to me. Right, so we lost Lisbon. Oh, I see, we didn't have Lisbon to start with, did we? Well, we did. We obviously managed it, so let's try it again, see if we can get it back. I didn't actually say that, though. Never mind, we'll just keep going. Keep going, get these cities built. The Renaissance already. It's unlocked. Right, this is a merchant republic. So our current one, the classical republic, only has 4 slots naturally. The merchant republic has got 6, so it's a much better option. So let's switch to a merchant republic while we have the chance. We have a wild card option. So what would be a good option for the wild card? Honestly, at the moment, I don't have that many trade routes. That's the thing. I wonder if we could get some people building wonders. Although I haven't seen any that are actually that useful. How about this one? Serve to newly trained builders, gain 2 extra build actions. I think that would be extremely useful. Oh, we've got a military one as well. Okay, 50% discount on all unit upgrades would be useful. Got a naval unit. So, amenities for cities with garrison unit, that would make everyone happier. We should, in theory, have one which makes things cheaper. Unit maintenance reduced by 1 gold per turn. And I do like that option. Production towards defensive buildings is also good though. We do need to upgrade our ranged weapons to crossbowmen, so that would be useful. Unit maintenance reduced by 1 would be useful to give us more gold. And 100% production will be useful for building city walls. I think I'll go for the maintenance because we don't have enough gold for upgrades yet. So this will help us accumulate some. Hopefully. Hopefully. Right, we also should have the option of more trade routes. Okay, so 2 temples or 2 markets. Right, we're not about to build either. We really should try to build some markets. Or are we Corinth? Right, they've just built a builder. I think we should be building acropolises. However, there appears to be nowhere suitable. Apart from this rather valuable piece of land here. It's interesting. A little reluctant to build this on top of there. Although it's the only place I can build it, then maybe I should. Okay, let's go for it. So they have made a builder, so let us develop this quarry, seeing as it's right next door. I do want to try and develop this city a bit because it's taking forever for them to build stuff. It would be nice to develop Niter as well though. We do have to be careful being near Cleopatra though. If a builder isn't defended, she is likely to want to steal it. But we'll see. Nope. So I've heard. That's why my encampment's about to start building ranged units in a big way. There will come a point where we will be able to combine 2 units into a core to make them more powerful, so even if we end up with more range units and we have cities, we will still have a use for them. Have we seriously not improved 2 sea resources yet? That is amazing. Right. Oh, 3 mines. Okay, own 2 bombards and kill a unit of a musketman. That's very unlikely. Naval range, so that would actually upgrade the thing we're building. I suppose makes sense. Right, Ephesus, we can also build an armory, so that would be a good move. So we will have the most experienced units possible, because we've got all the improvements. Actually, I think there's a military academy, but we can't build that yet. Okay, they have finished their city walls, which is good. Should put them in a better position. So, ideally, you should be building a settler now. Being a relatively new city. There we go, so we finally built 3 mines, so that's good. And we've got a source of niter, so we've gained a boost to rifling as well. You need to repair again, thanks to the barbarians. So maybe what we should try and do is improve sea resources to get that boost to celestial navigation, because I think that actually gives us an envoy as well. Trigger a Eureka for celestial navigation. Yep, that's right. Sword of the Others, recruit a Great Admiral. Not likely to happen except by accident. And Lisbon, we've either already fulfilled or there just isn't one. Cool, but it's definitely worth improving a sea resource. Okay, so we have a new settler here. So we're sending one there. So how about, let's go somewhere around here. Let's try and fill in this area. So this builder, I'll tell you what, you head there and you head there as well, so you can improve that. And you head for the crabs. That'll be the first time we've had crabs in our nation. Okay, Athens. Athens has not much useful they can build. They can build another trader, which would be useful, but they can also build a builder. Might be even more useful. Plus, I'm not sure I want all the traders to go to Athens, is a problem. We do get bonus trade routes for merchant republics. It's Egypt, isn't it? Okay, we're evidently going to have to build some apostles and start defending ourselves. But we don't have enough faith yet. Okay, so we can't actually stop these missionaries now. We can complain when Cleopatra sends them in. Maybe persuade her to stop sending them. Not optimistic though, she'll probably just tell us to get lost, even though we agreed to stop doing hers. So that means we will then tell her to get lost next time. We've also got an apostle, we can start killing these missionaries. Missionaries aren't able to attack. Okay, we've got an unlocked government, but not a very useful one. So I think I will leave that there. And we've run out of time to build 2 markets. Well, not to worry. Guessing that finishes off a particular era of... There we go, there's our boost. So we should have another envoy in Kamasi now as well. So any more builders we build, we'll also have 5 builds. Is that the cultural thing we picked? Need to keep an eye on Cleopatra's missionaries so I can tell her to cease and desist. Just check they haven't already done it. No, not yet. Alright, I might... just go here, because it's next to a river, so it's actually a better place to found a city. Founded Sparta. I'm hoping that hasn't made this untenable. No, it doesn't seem to have done. Which is good. Okay, so Sparta... technically already has an archer, but that's mostly because they've stolen the one from Athens. So, but then we don't want to build archers anymore because we want them all to be built down there anyway. So that's fine, we'll just have a swordsman defending Athens until such a time as we can get a crossbowman up there. The plan is to have Ephesus build all our crossbowmen from now on, once they've finished the armoury. Okay, well this is something. We seem to have... Has she not tried to convert us yet? Okay, she wants us to make war on Harold. No thanks, I'm Pericles, I'm a peacemaker. I don't want to make war on anybody. So we have another builder. Right, well, let's try and build down here, but let's also get this copper mine. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so the archer can fortify, so you can start building... Oh sorry, we're in Athens again. Right, well let's build a trader at least. You can start building a monument, because I want as much culture as we can possibly throw together. Need to start building acropolises everywhere. Acropolis? Acropolodes? Sorry, not so good at the Greek. We have another great writer. We may not have anywhere to put her writings now, unfortunately. We've got one slot in the Athens Acropolis, but we need more Acropolises in order to do them. Let me just check. I'm looking for a ask for promise thing that would indicate that she's started converting our cities, but there isn't one there, so it looks like she's actually leaving them alone, which is surprising. They're still making me nervous, but I can't do anything about them, apart from keep an eye on them, until we've got an apostle. We should in theory get a little message when an apostle becomes available. I think it's 400 faith we needed. Okay, first great work, the Blazing World. But yeah, we don't have anywhere else that can hold one. And they're heading over to Harold. Problem is, that's almost as much of a problem for me. Perhaps less of one. I'd rather she converted Harold than my cities, but Harold's all following our religion as well, apart from Tromso. Guilds. Okay, so that's probably economic. Town charters. It's fine, but it's all about making money, isn't it? Which I'm not as concerned about. Reformed Church. Right, we at least have a boost to that one. Athens once again. Right, I think you, my friend, are going to be making builders for all. Okay, Miletos has a settler now. Ooh! +2 culture to all rainforest tiles for this city. The problem is we don't have a lot of rainforest. Not there at least. So as a wonder, it's probably not that worthwhile. Right, what are our other options? Well, the main option is an Acropolis, which we desperately need. So, Let's go for here. That'll give us additional culture. Right, how about if we start trading with a raw cadet? Okay, you need to link up. Right, wonderful. So we're off onto the coasts now. So how about we head here? First, we are going to have to eliminate those barbarians. So I might be sending a swordsman over as well at some point. Margaret Cavendish, well how about you go to Miletos, because they're building an acropolis. They'll probably be the next place you can usefully go. Okay, so I think probably more or less there. Nothing true dramatic has happened. We're on our way to completing the buildings we can build for this encampment. So the plan is to have Ephesus then spitting out military units, probably crossbowmen to start with, because I want a ranged unit defending every city. At some point we're going to switch to 50% off unit upgrades and start upgrading these archers to crossbowmen, probably starting with the ones closest to the front lines. But yeah, not too bad. I mean, the main thing that I wanted to do here was get this land filled in. I was quite worried Cleopatra was going to park herself here, but she hasn't managed to. So we're basically filling in most of the land now. We've just got the outskirts to fulfill. Get these barbarians out of the way. We should be able to build cities along the coast. And when we eventually build this boat, we can start having a look out there and see if there's any islands that we could maybe establish a secondary little piece of Greece on. But I'm quite pleased about this because it looks like we're going to be able to claim this entire block of land as one unified Greece. And hopefully that will allow us to start focusing on building up our specialty districts, which is what we're a bit behind on really. We've missed out on a few boosts because we didn't have, you know, the marketplaces and the campuses and things like that. So we'll maybe get them built, but obviously the acropolises are going to take centre stage here along with their buildings. We want to get these as full as possible. Actually, she should be going there, shouldn't she? Corinth is already well on their way to building an acropolis. So that'll be the next one. So a lot of the purpose of winning this game is going to be tourism. So every one of these great writers, these writings I've produced, will attract tourists later on. So in our culture world rankings, you see here we've already got some tourism. We are currently attracting 2 tourists, and we've already got the highest culture level. So this is what we're going for. We want this as high as possible. So in order to win a culture victory, someone has to have more tourists than we have tourists to send out. So at the moment we have 41. Cleopatra has the most tourists at 3, but that's nowhere near enough to get us. But hopefully we're going to be boosting our number of this as well. Sorry, the number of tourists we actually have. So for that we need these great works. We need to start building wonders of the world, especially cultural ones. But we'll see where we go. Okay, science, hard to tell who's winning. Domination, nobody has achieved anything really. Religion, again it's just us and who I suspect is Saladin. Cleopatra's apparently converted someone. Yeah, it looks like she's been converting Tromso, but she's going to have uphill work because of our religion spread. You see, it's already saying it's going to convert itself back to Athenism. So I'm hoping if we can keep all of our cities, we don't even need to worry about Harold's particularly. And of course, if she does start converting our cities and doesn't promise not to, all bets are off and we can start sending missionaries at her and we may be able to convert her entire civilization. But for the time being, we're sort of hoarding our faith. Although, to be fair, as soon as I can build an apostle, I might do. because that will allow us to attack her missionaries as well. Give us a bit of extra protection. Okay, but yeah, I think on the whole we are not looking too bad as far as we go. We managed to avoid being attacked, which is the other thing I was worried about. Cleopatra's stopped threatening us. Harold is still threatening us, but partly that's because he dislikes us because of our lack of a navy. So we are working on this very slowly. But maybe we can work on it a bit more, but really I'd rather do the peaceful stuff rather than worrying about an army, apart from having these range units to defend us, and maybe some city walls, which would be useful. But other than that, probably trying to build specialty districts mostly, because that is what we're going for. So yeah, it's not tremendously eventful, but I do like the progress we've made. It is looking a lot more solid, and hopefully we can switch from settlers to proper civilization very shortly. So brilliant, yeah, we'll just carry on as we are and hopefully build a lot more acropolises and monuments next time. So thank you for watching, and I shall see you then.